Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to discuss one of the important interview question. So this question is related to Power BI, or to be precise, Power Query. In this question, interviewer has asked us to identify the sales for North and West region first, and then total sales for all the region pertaining to different years. So in this way, they have asked us this particular question, and they have explicitly asked us to identify the sales using this Power Query. What is their intention behind asking this question is, let's suppose if we want to identify sales for North and West region pertaining to year 2020. So it seems very easy, like first we need to select these two columns, and then we need to add one more column here, and through this standard option, what we can do, we can just use add, and here if I can mention North and West sale. So in this way, now we can see the output. So let's focus on this particular column. So this is North and West sale. So North region and West region sale we have added and showcasing in this particular column. Now what is happening for this year 2020? We are seeing null, but as you can see from here, there is a sale for North region pertaining to year 2020, that is 34,000, but for West region it is null. So it is not showing 34,000, it is showing us null. So that is the intention behind interviewer. They are asking why it is showing null, why it is not showing 34,000. Their next question is, let me show you that, let me discuss that question as well. So they are asking if we will add all these columns. Let me add all these columns and perform the addition. Now it is showing the right output. Now it is showing the right output. It is not showing the null. So this addition, this is the sum total for North region, West region, East region and South region. For all the four regions we are showcasing here. So here the output is coming perfectly fine. When we are adding values for different regions, it is coming, the output is coming fine. But when we are let me put it in green, when we are doing the sum total of two regions, the values are coming as null, not 34,000. Okay, so first of all, I need to first I rename this particular thing. All regions sale, something like this. Okay, so now we need to understand how these outputs are getting generated. So here, when we are adding or using multiple columns or more than two columns, you can see, if I will select this gear icon, so you can see here Power Query is using list.sum. So that is something important to understand. Here it is using list.sum. So this is something important we need to understand. But when we are adding two columns, there is no such step. And if we can see here, it is using this plus sign, simple plus sign, no list.sum, nothing. So when there are two columns, there is a simple addition. When there are more than two columns, then list.sum function Power Query is using. So now if we will replace this plus sign with list.sum, might be the case we will be able to generate the right output. So let's try this out and let's see how the output get changed if we will use list.sum in place of this simple plus sign. So our next task is to make it similar to like this. So we have this step. So we need to replicate this thing here as well when we are adding two columns. Okay. So let me add list.sum and let me close this as well. Okay, and then add the braces similar to the approach Power Query is using when adding multiple columns. So we are just replicating the same approach. It was, the only difference is there it was handled automatically. Now we are explicitly changing the things here, and in place of this plus sign we are adding comma. And let's okay this. So now, as you can see here, if I will zoom it a bit, as you can see here, the output get changed. Earlier it was coming null. Earlier it was coming null because of this null value, because we are adding these two columns, north and west. Output was coming 34,000 now. Earlier it was coming null because 34,000 plus null, it was indicating as null. But now because we use this list.sum, the output is coming as 34,000. So this was the question asked by them, why or how we can change this value from null to 34,000. We have successfully changed it by using list.sum. So you need to remember that if we are adding two columns, by default Power Query will perform simple addition, and if there are nulls present, it will showcase those nulls, not the actual addition value. So if you want to showcase that value, you need to use list.sum, the same approach that Power Query implicitly use when there are more than two columns involved. So we need to explicitly use that approach here in the case of two columns as well, just to showcase the output in the correct manner. And in place of null values, when we showcase the actual values, we need to use this. So I hope you will be able to understand how we can showcase these values. And in case you have any doubts, just drop a comment in the comment section. I will try to answer. And if you find the content useful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We will try to deliver such type of knowledgeable content only. Till then, take care. Goodbye.